Hey, what's up, good lifers? Someone told me I should make more videos to put on YouTube because this stuff will be easier to find. So this video will mostly be on YouTube. I'll put it on Facebook too, but it'll be on YouTube. Now, I want to talk to you today about why you do what you do, why you don't do what you don't do. This is a common thing we talk about because it's one of the most fascinating things in all of existence. Why do people do what they do? And why don't they do what they don't do? Why do we do things that are apparently bad for us? And why don't we do things that are apparently good for us? You notice the bunny ears, the quotations, the things. You know we're going to talk about those. Good, bad. Good and bad are what? They're ideas. And what's good to one person may be bad to another, right? So the whole idea of good and bad, it's kind of flexible. They're just ideas. They're certainly up for interpretation, right? Now, why do we do what we do? I could give probably a week-long seminar workshop on this, and we'll go through it and go through it and go through it. But I'm going to hit on one of the main points today. And it's going to sound so simple that you may have an idea in your mind. It may not, what I'm going to tell you may not fit with a current idea in your mind. Stay aware, stay awake. Do not let your current programming, your current idea go, no, that can't be because this. To immediately dismiss a new idea just because it doesn't fit a current idea in your mind, big mistake. Big mistake. Because how are you going to become anything better or different if you keep the same thinking and ideas and you stay the same? So when a new idea is presented, this is what a true open mind is. When a new idea is presented, we allow ourselves to consider the new idea, even if it opposes our most cherished beliefs. Does that make sense? An open mind is when a new idea is presented to us, we consider it, even if it completely opposes our most cherished beliefs. It's the best definition I've found so far of an open mind, okay? So every idea we have is what we found so far. Just because we think it doesn't mean it is law. Me either. This is why I can find new ideas and new ideas and new ideas and new ideas, because I'm constantly searching for better ideas, ones that make more sense, ones that help even more. And this is the best I've come to so far after, I don't know, 10,000 plus hours of searching, that's for sure. That's the best I've found for an open mind. So why do we do what we do? Now, here's the idea. Now, have an open mind for this. Why we do what we do, it's going to sound so simple. Have an open mind. We do what we do because we see more benefit in doing it than anything else. That's it. We see more benefit in doing it than anything else. Every single living creature, every single thing in the universe does what it does because it sees the most benefit in doing that instead of doing anything else that it's aware of. Okay? That's it. It's that simple. And you'll be thinking, well, why don't I exercise? Why am I fat? Why am I tired? Why am I stressed? Why am I unhappy with my job? Why am I angry all the time? Why do I feel so low about myself? These are all ideas. That's a lot right there. Like fat, low, stress, ideas like unhappy. Like those are all ideas, constructed ideas. So we're not going to get into all that. But I want to give you a few examples, right? So before we do that, I want to throw out another common word, self-sabotage. Have an open mind. Self-sabotage does not exist. It is not a real thing. What self-sabotage is, best I've found so far, is it's a perception of what someone, maybe yourself, is doing that is against your best interest. Okay? Now, best interest? That's up for interpretation too, correct? Like what one person thinks is your best interest or their best interest can vary wildly, right? So these ideas, a lot of them that we operate from, they're not real. They're only real to the limit that we allow them to be real in our existence. All right, this is a lot in this video. I hope you're following it. Feel free to watch it a few times. So we are doing what we do because we see more benefit in doing that than anything else. Now, you can think, well, you know, if I worked out, if I got up and worked out every day, I would be happier. Would you? Would you? Because there is benefit in just staying in bed and sleeping it. There is benefit in not putting yourself through the physical pain and discomfort of working out. There is comfort in eating junk food, hanging out on the couch, watching TV. Like, those are all benefits. And it's whatever you decide, what you decide is more benefit than the other. That's what you're going to do. And that's why you do it. And then over time, you, in your programs, in your mind, your programs, you reinforce them and build them. And at any time you can change them, but it can take some more extra effort to overcome the current programming. But why we do what we do is because we simply see more benefit in doing that based on our current perceptions, which is like if you double tapped, ooh, my perception of working out, double tap, there would be so many pieces of information and ideas and experiences that go into this, what I think of working out. Double tap, sitting on the couch, watching TV, boom, whole bunch of ideas. And we got double tap, right? We live in the modern age. Double tap. Sitting on the couch watching TV like, whoa, here's this benefit, here's this experience, here's this good thing that's happened to me, here's this benefit, here's the blah, 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 blah. It is ginormous. And your subconscious mind organizes all this stuff and installs programs. It's the thing that really connects with the universe. And your conscious awareness, which is a processor in itself, it's really an observer. And it can only see a little bit at a time, really a little bit. The subconscious mind is like this completely fluid, all-knowing godliness inside of you. That's the part of you that's probably always existed, the physical manifestation of it. I'm just saying that's kind of where my best acclamation, whatever, of it is so far. But why we do what we do is simply because we see more benefit in doing it. So here's something. So how can you change it if you consciously are like, well, I really do like sitting on the couch watching TV and not working out. It's painful. I got to get up. It's uncomfortable. I feel this way. I feel insecure when I do it. My knees hurt. Sitting on the couch, watch TV. It's blah. It's good. It's fun. It's entertainment. I laugh. I all this. But say you're like, well, I also see drawback in sitting on the couch watching TV, not exercising. I would really like to be this. Maybe I don't need to be a perfect model bod, right? But I'd like to lose 50 pounds, You don't want to think about things as losing, by the way, because your mind's kind of programmed to find things you lose, right? When you lose your keys, what do? You look for it. So when you lose weight, your mind's like, well, we look for things we lose. That's the way we're programmed. So you gain fitness, you gain health, you gain vitality, you gain sex appeal, whatever it is. So if you want to change, an extremely strong way to do it, actually easy way, but it's just strong in terms of very powerful and effective, is I learned this from Dr. John Demartini. He was in The Secret, the film The Secret. There's a lot of people that are in it, but there's a few that I've plucked out of there that I've studied a ton over the years. And he is Dr. John Demartini. He developed something called the Demartini method. And I think that what I'm about to tell you is at least part of that. Basically, it's this, right? So if you want to do something, start seeing more benefit in doing it. I know that sounds so simple. Have an open mind. Please have an open mind with this. So please keep paying attention. If you find more benefits, so exercise. Like, first of all, like you're not exercising much. This is the example we're using. Write down all the drawbacks to exercising. Write them down. Write them down. Like, it takes some effort to do this. And most people will never do it. Even though in the grand scheme of life, it takes maybe a couple hours, you know? But we tell ourselves we're so busy that we don't do it. You know what I'm saying? So you write down, in this case, if you want to work out, write down the drawbacks, right? Write down the drawbacks, okay? And then what you're really going to do, this here's where the real work comes in, you write down benefits. And you got to come up with literally like 200 benefits to working out. And they can't be, it's best if you stay away from things that are like, oh, I'll get this. It's like, I don't want to go into all that. Just if you write down 200 benefits, you will bring them to the surface, you will dig them up, and they will become your conscious awareness, and they will actually fall back down into your subconscious mind and wipe away a lot of the old programming, which is, it'll balance out all the drawbacks that you see. And same thing with sitting on the couch watching TV, not exercising, write down the benefits to that. And then the work comes in by writing the drawbacks to that. Things like, well, I don't feel good about myself from doing that. I feel like I'm going to die younger and not get to see my kids grow up. I feel like I'm setting a poor example for my kids, and then they're going to end up doing this too, and I want better for them. You know, and you just keep going and going, and you'll come up, some will come out of you. The first maybe up to 50 will kind of come out of you. But after that, you'll have to like think. That's right. Got to think. But what's beautiful about thinking is once you've thought a thought, it's there. Like, you have it. It's your possession. It's your information. You don't have to think it again. You don't have to come up with it. Most people, we don't like to think. That's why we run our lives basically run on automatic pilot. A subconscious mind just does it all. We think we're conscious, but we're really more just like a person in a cart on a ride. You know what I mean? We're not really doing anything. We're just kind of like observing it. Does that make sense? But when you get to about maybe 50, then you'd be like, there's no more benefits or no more drawbacks, whatever it is. If you're trying to exercise, you're coming up with benefits. You're like, well, that's all the benefits I can come up with. This is where the work comes in. You got to get to 200. You got to get to 200. And you just keep coming up with stuff. And what'll happen is you'll unlock doors and windows and perceptions that you've maybe never seen. And then all of a sudden you change. Your chemistry changes, your mentality, your personality, your perceptions, your vibration, everything, it changes. And all of a sudden, when you're done with that, you will feel very different. Now, another example I can give you is if you have something, everyone I've ever met has things baggage that they carry with them. They may be 50 and they've been carrying around since they were 5, you know? Could be like, they feel responsible for their dog dying and they still carry the guilt of that all these years later. So obviously, if I ask someone in that instance, oh, well, why do you feel bad about it? What are the drawbacks? List them out like 1,000. Because they've spent decades dwelling on it. And there's a big part inside of you that will say, I have to hold guilt. It's bad. Bad. An idea. Bad. Well, what happened to your dog? It's done. It can't be changed. What were the benefits that came to you from that experience? And a lot of people look at me like right away, like, none. It's all bad. It's terrible. I'm like, well, let's think about this. I'm not saying go do it again, but I'm saying acknowledge the benefits that came from this, because this is a perfectly balanced universe. You can't have drawbacks without benefits. You can't have benefits without drawbacks. That's a big common misperception that we hold that causes us a lot of problems. I know you think being rich would solve all your problems. Have you ever been rich? You ever been a multimillionaire? You ever been a billionaire? Have you ever even talked to someone that has that? They'd tell you all kinds of drawbacks to having that. Sure, there's some benefits, of course, but the drawbacks, there's a ton of them. You're thinking, no, it can't be. You got money. Oh, boy, I can't. Yeah, those would solve your current problems that you have by not that come with not being wealthy. But then they bring a whole nother bag of problems. Life is filled with an equal amount of benefits and drawbacks, no matter where you go, no matter where you end up. I am so certain of that. Now, I'm open to a new idea, but I haven't found anything that conflicts with that. And boy, I've looked. And I'm going to keep looking. And I'm open to new ideas. But most of the ones that keep coming across are ones I've already thought of or came across or dissected. I think I'm going on a tangent. So back to that example, your dog died and you're 5 and you're 50 now and you still feel tremendous guilt over it. What are the benefits to you, to that happening to you going through that, to you making those mistakes? What are the benefits? There's none, Dr. Matt, there's none. Oh, that's the non-open mind saying, no, there's none, it's all bad. Nope. And that's also the ego, the self-image protecting itself. What are the benefits? If you really sit down and do it, you'll come up with tons, because nothing happens without benefit. I'm not saying you chose to do it because you saw benefit in doing that. I mean, mistakes happen. Mistakes happen, you know? Things you didn't plan on happen. But what are the benefits? What are the drawbacks? The whole point is to neutralize your perceptions so that you can, because when you neutralize them, you're just thankful. You're just thankful. And you're at peace. And you can see clearly, because you don't, all right, your dog died. Maybe you could have done something different and you feel responsible. Well, you didn't know any better. You were doing the best you knew. The dog, it's gone, but if you could ask it, it would say, I don't want you to feel bad about this. It happened. You care about me. I forgive you. Please don't carry this with you and make yourself miserable for the rest of your life. I love you. I don't want that. Oh, interesting. See, that's pretty obvious, right? Yeah, it's pretty obvious. So why then do we beat ourselves up so much? We're doing the best we know. To expect perfection, something we do, screws us up. And then makes us screw other people up, because we're all jacked up, gassed up in our thoughts of way things should be. Should is a bad word. Should. The idea of should is so bad because it dismisses, this is my perception, it dismisses the benefits of a different path, of the path you took, of the path that happened, and gets you stuck. It hooks you to this spot in time and doesn't allow you to move forward. It holds you there. And really, you hold yourself there. You hold yourself hostage. And it makes sense, and it's extremely strange, and we all do it. Me too. I mean, the reason I'm able to share this stuff with you is because of like intense searching and dissection and observation and experimenting on myself. I should probably go. This video's up to almost 20 minutes. We're over 19 minutes. Why do we do what we do? We just see more benefit in doing it than anything else. If you want to change what you do, sit down and write down the benefits of doing something else. You want to start working out, you want to start getting fit, write down the benefits of doing that. And your entire perception and feeling and vibration and ideas and action and behavior and results will change. You may not even be aware of it, but they will. 3 months down the road, you go, whoa, wait a minute. Holy crap. I did that thing where I wrote down the benefits of doing this, and oh crap, I'm like, here, wait a minute, how'd this happen? I guess the way it goes. That's the way it goes. All right, stay good. You're so much better than you think you are. So is everybody else. They're so much better than you probably think they are. Better than they think they are themselves. And we all make mistakes, but there's not really mistakes. Because how are you going to really know what's going to happen all the time? That's an absurd value, responsibility to hold on yourself for anybody. And so just try to stay aware, try to observe. Okay, I mean, I try. Do it. Oh, I try. No, you don't. Try is also a bad word. Try and should, throw them out. If you don't use those words, you will change. If you eliminate should and try from your vocabulary, you will change. Seriously. Stay good.